But that's okay. I've had a really busy week, been a bit flat, and just kind of life and work piling on top of me as things start to get a bit busier, which is really quite nice. I hope you're all keeping really well and looking after each other and looking out for each other. Today I really wanted to take the opportunity to talk about a few things that I've been reflecting on, and I think this kind of falls into talking about the different seasons of our lives. So looking at how our ideas, our goals, our focuses, what's important to us changes through life, and it could be a really great thing, could be something not so great, but that's okay. It's just part of the roller coaster. It's part of what we go through each time, and it's about finding what aligns with you and makes you feel whole and good about yourself at whatever period of time in your life that you may be. So I recently had my birthday. It was a bit over a week ago now, and I was reflecting then on my 22nd birthday last year. And I've spoken to you guys before about that period of time, and I was actually suicidal on my 22nd birthday. Connor was, replying to my messages for me, answering my phone calls. I was absolutely just a ghost and a shell of a human basically at that period of time. And it was really nice for me this last week to kind of reflect on that period, and for me to see how far I've come there from there, and to see how my goals and my focuses have changed from that period of time. So, and again, not only in my mental health, but also my physical state and how I perceive my health day to day. So I, went for a run this morning, and it didn't go well. I wasn't very well. I wasn't into it. It didn't feel right. I became quite unwell very shortly into the run. And, a year ago I would have punished myself, and I would have made myself run farther than I had originally intended to run. I would have, gone home and deprived myself of food. I would have just had a smoothie because I didn't put in as much effort or as great intensity as I had wanted to, because I was very focused on my body image, thinking that I had to be at this crazy peak level of fitness to be healthy and to be a perfect size or body shape type, whatever, to be healthy. Whereas this morning I was like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not getting any benefit out of this. It's just making me feel crap. So I turned around and I came home, and then I had a shower. I was kind to myself. I ate what I felt like eating, and then that was just it. So in terms of how I've moved into a new season of my life in that perspective, I suppose I look a lot more holistically at health. I look at how I'm feeling more so than what what I look at and what I see, and my fitness level is the best it can be at any point in time. Not I'm not striving for this really high level all the time, because I am newly working full time, and I'm trying to juggle life and to be away from my family, and I'm driving a lot to see people and to be with my family, and so I just don't have as much time on my hands. I'm not as fit as I was this time last year, but I'm also not, pounding myself for that. In terms of how far I've come in my mental health, I think that was really nice to reflect on. It was nice to see what has changed and what makes me light up now is in comparison to then. Nothing really made me light up then, but it's nice to see and to reflect on, I think, on your year. And a week ago I was talking to my friends and to Connor and saying, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels a bit. I don't feel like I have a goal. I don't feel like I'm reaching anything. But then being able to reflect back and seeing that, even though I haven't had a really, a goal per se, I have come a really long way, and it has been really beneficial for my health. But also in that period of time, I lost a lot of my relationships. I didn't go out with my friends. I really didn't speak to my family very much. I didn't speak to my brother very much. Connor and I suffered a lot as a couple during that time. And looking now at this particular season in my life that I'm in now, relationships have become a massive aspect of my life. I think they've overtaken everything. My family, my friends, my partner are the most important thing to me at the minute. You know, my relationships are, you know, what brings me joy and light and happiness, more so even than my health, which has been my mainstay for so long. So, you know, I think when you're thinking about, you know, what it is that you need to do to make, you know, your life align and to be a lot more centered, I suppose, is work out what your core values are. And they can change, and they do change, and that's okay. That's part of the, you know, the seasons, I suppose. But work out what they are and work out what you need to do to make you, you know, feel like you're fulfilling that, I suppose. So, you know, my relationships is about being more open to spending time with people. I am a social hermit, I'll own up to that straight away. But it's about, you know, for me, I had to put myself out more and put out the invitation more to spend time with other people. Be more willing to call my family when, you know, I walk to and from work. I use that time. It's about finding the time, making the time to do those things. And then I suppose spending a lot of quality time with Connor and really focusing on our relationship as well, because I know that it did kind of take the back seat for quite a long time there while I was sick. And, you know, I'm very lucky to have him and for him to continue looking after me, even though I wasn't really putting much energy into our relationship at that time. So yeah, find what's important to you now. Be aware that can change and that it probably will change, and that's fine. Just, you know, have a bit of a reflect. Maybe you're in the middle of a season at the minute, or maybe you are finding that you're going into something new. And I think a lot of us are at the minute, especially given the lockdown and things, and we're finding we've had to slow down, and we have to really think about what's important and really think about what it is that gives us energy and gives us satisfaction and makes us happy. So I think now is a really great time to sit down and really think about it, and, you know, talk about it if you need to. But just kind of be kind to yourself, I suppose. It all comes back to being kind to yourself and just really understanding that your goals will change. What you focus on will change. What's important to you will change, and how you're feeling in this period of time it's not going to live forever. It's going to be, you know, going to change over time. So in 10 years' time, you know, what's important to me might be, I don't know, nieces and nephews, or if I have my own family, it'd be my own family. Whereas kids at the minute are just way out of my mind. It's not a focus, it's not a goal, it's not important to me at all. So yeah, just be kind. Recognize, you know, what you're experiencing, what you feel now, and how that may change in the future, and just kind of roll with that. Try and pick out what your core values are. I think that's actually really quite hard when you first think about it. My counsellor, I remember the first time she asked me what my core values were, and I was just like, I don't know. And I spat out random words, and she was like, that's not really what I mean, you know, and what makes you happy, what's important to you, what makes your life yours, and what centers you. And it's really important to think about, I think, and just so you understand yourself better. It's about being able to understand and to grow. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you're well. Please remember to like and subscribe my videos. Haven't had many new subscriptions lately, so if you could share with your friends and family, I would really appreciate that. But yes, be kind to one another, look after yourself, reach out if you need, and I will see you next week.